Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, some sad news. This video is gonna be real quick. I just came across this about Mariah Carey's mother and her sister. They both died on the same day, she says. So, I couldn't imagine, y'all. I really couldn't imagine the relationship I have with my mom and with my sisters, and to lose both on in the same day. So my heart, my prayers, and everything are really with Mariah at this time. I know that her and her sister had a strained relationship. They weren't close. I don't think they were close at all for years. They weren't close. Mariah and her mother, they had like a complicated relationship, but for the most part they were okay. But no, as far as her sister, she didn't have a relationship with her sister, but I still would think that even in the end, even if you didn't have a relationship with the sibling, would you still feel some kind of way when that sibling passed? Maybe not as, not as hard as you would, because y'all had a strange relationship and all of that. But I don't know. I just sit here and I think to myself, because I know the relationship that I have with my sisters and with my parents, and to either lose two of my sisters, or my mom and my sister, or my dad and my sister, something like that, y'all, that's a bit much. That really is a bit much to deal with. So let me get into this article, y'all. Like I said, this video is not going to be long. I literally just heard about this. So Mariah, I love Mariah. She's definitely one of my favorite. She's definitely one of my favorite singers, and she's been since Mariah Carey was a thing. So my heart is really with her right now, y'all. But let me get into this article, y'all. So it says Mariah Carey says both her mother and sister died on the same day. Details surrounding the women's death are still unknown. It's still unknown, but we all know that Mariah Carey's sister was a heavy drug addict. So I'm almost assuming that the cause of her death um, was probably due to, has something to do with drugs, or something to do with, well, either which way, something to do with drugs. Because I was about to say either something to do with drugs, I'm thinking like as far as an OD or something like that, or either something drug related, that, because she's been on drugs for a long time. So her health was really bad, and all of that stuff. So maybe that's what happened with her. But let me get into this article, y'all. So it says legendary singer Mariah Carey announced in a statement that her mother Patricia and sister Allison have died on the same day. Patricia was 87 and Allison was 63. My heart is broken that I've lost my mother this past weekend. Sadly, in a tragic turn of events, my sister lost her life on the same day, Carey told People magazine. Carrie added that she felt blessed that she was able to spend the last week with her mother before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time, she said. The circumstances of their deaths are unknown, and people reported that Carrie's relationship with both family members was at times strained. Patricia, a former opera singer, shared Mariah and her two siblings, Allison and Morgan, with Alfred Roy Carey. Alfred died in 2002. In a 2020 interview with Gayle King promoting her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, the pop diva said her mother introduced her to the music world but called their relationship complicated. Having people you love be jealous of you professionally comes with the territory of success. But when the person is your mother and the jealousy is revealed at such a tender age, it's particularly painful, Carrie wrote in the book. Also in her book, Carrie opened up about the trauma she faced at the hands of her siblings, whom she no longer has contact with. When I was 12 years old, my sister drugged me with Valium, offered me a pinky nail full of cocaine, inflicted me with third-degree burns, and tried to sell me out to a pimp, Carrie claimed in a memoir, according to the New York Times. Carrie's characterizations of her sister and brother in the book led to both of them suing her in 2021, according to Reuters. Morgan's suit was later thrown out. So, as you can see, y'all, she did not have, like she said, she was with her mother the last week, or with her mother a week before she passed. because their relationship was pretty strained. But she doesn't have a relationship at all with her brother or her sister. So, um, just like I said, it's still a sibling at the end of the day, regardless of what your relationship was. So I'm sure that she's feeling something from that at the fact that she lost her sister, unless she really. Now, some people, y'all, I don't know. I don't think that I could do it. I don't think that anything. Well, I'm not going to say that because anything could happen, but I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that type of relationship with my siblings. So I really can't say how I would feel if I didn't have a relationship with my siblings and one of them passed, because I would assume that you would still feel something because of the simple fact that it's your sibling. Even if y'all didn't have a relationship or, whatever, it's still at the end of the day, it's your sibling. So I would assume that you would still feel something, probably not as heavy as a person who loved their siblings or had a relationship with their sibling would feel if their sibling passed. But still at the same time, it's still a sibling, So I just kind of wonder, would you still, by just being your sibling, would you still feel something? But she's done so much to Mariah, just like what she said right here when she was 12 years old, and she said that her sister drugged her. Her sister offered her cocaine. Her sister inflicted her with third-degree burns, and her sister tried to sell her to a pimp. So, that's a lot of trauma. Now, I think, and Mariah, she said when she was 12 years old. So yeah, my relationship with my sibling, if my sibling had done all of that to me, yeah, our relationship probably would be like how Mariah's relationship is with her sister. But just like I said, y'all, at the end of the day, I think that she would probably still feel a little bit of something just off the fact that it's her sibling. But I don't know, because again, just like I said, I don't have that type of relationship with my siblings. As a matter of fact, think of, I have a large family on both sides. My dad had a lot of siblings, and my mom has a lot of siblings. So all of those siblings and all of their kids and all of that. So it's a lot of us, y'all, and I love it. I love having a big family, and we all love on each other. Like, we all love on each other. You have siblings and cousins, who are best friends. We best friends with each other. Like, for real, we really don't need any outsiders because we're best friends with each other. We hang with each other, and outsiders find it weird because we're family, like I said, either siblings or cousins, and we're that close. So a lot of outsiders, they find that weird, but we don't find it weird. We find outsiders weird that they don't have that type of relationship with their family, because we were raised like that on both sides of my family. We were raised like that. My mom is best friends with her siblings, well, with most of her siblings. And even if she's not best friends with them, they're still real tight. They're still real close. And just like, I mean, I have cousins that, siblings, they hang with each other. And, y'all, we all hang. That's my family. That's my family. So when I see stuff like, like what Mariah is talking about, what happened with her and her sister and her mom being jealous of her and things like that, I can believe that. I haven't seen that happen in my family, but I have seen that happen with a few friends. It was unbelievable that their mom was really jealous of them. That's what I got out of it, from the way that the mother was talking about the friend to me, and which made me feel uncomfortable because, that's my friend, that's my homegirl. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you about her. But I didn't disrespect her or anything like that. But I just didn't say anything. I let her say whatever it was that she was gonna say, and I just responded with, mm-hmm, yeah, yeah, I understand, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, that's my friend, and I've had um conversations with her mother before. So after a few conversations with her mother, and they all keep going back to her, keep going back to your daughter, and you talking about what you couldn't do at your daughter's age because of whatever circumstances you had. and how she's making more money than you at at her age, trying to take care of 3 kids and yada yada. So that's when I came to the conclusion that she was jealous of her daughter, and that was just crazy to me. To a mother being jealous of your child, like that's crazy to me, y'all. But come to find out, is more. It happens more than I think it does. And Mariah Carey saying that, how her mom was jealous of her. It happens a lot. Parents really do be jealous of their kids, but it's just a sad situation. Either which way, regardless of whatever relationship she had with her sister, I just feel deep inside that she loved her sister. Um, they didn't have a relationship. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's still your sibling. So I'm thinking that, although y'all didn't mess with each other or have a relationship, that deep down in your heart, you feel something for her because she's your sibling. But if she doesn't, with all that her sister did to her, I get it. I get it. I understand. But like I said, y'all, it's just hard for me to fathom because I couldn't imagine having that type of relationship with my sisters. That if something happened to my sister, I brush it off like she was a nobody. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you still my sister. So I don't care. We ain't seen each other in 10 years, 20 years, whatever. At the end of the day, you still my sister. And just the thought of knowing that my sister is not here on the earth anymore, like I said, regardless of whenever the last time we spoke to each other, but at least you knew that your sister was still living, your sister was still walking this earth. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still didn't speak to each other, but now your sister is not, she's gone away from here. So just like she said, she feels hurt about it, probably more about her mom than with what was going on, what happened with her sister. But at the same time, you're still dealing with the loss of a parent and a sibling on the same day, regardless of what type of relationship y'all had. I can't fathom that, y'all. I just can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. I would be crazy out of my mind, like for real, seriously. Like I would be crazy out of my mind. Like they would have to put me somewhere for a minute. They would have to confine me, put me on medication. They would have to do something because I couldn't, oh my goodness, I couldn't, like if somebody called me right now and said that something happened to my mother, and then somebody called me about an hour later and say that something happened to my sister or my dad or somebody like that. Y'all, come on, y'all. That's just too much. It's so much in this life that we have to deal with, y'all. And that saying, only the strong survives, that is so true and that is so real. And that's not talking about strong physically, that's talking about strong mentally, because you have to be mentally strong out here, because if not, you going to fold like a piece of paper, because it's so, life is just so hard and just so tough, and but have to you have to find a way to maneuver. You have to find a way to deal with things. But it's just so hard with everything that we have to deal with. It's just so hard. Like, that's just unfair to lose two people in the same day. Who, and it's unfair, and it's unfortunately it happens often. Unfortunately, it happens way too often. You might have a family of people who could be all taken out of here the same day, the same time. You could have a car, but a parent and a child in a car, and you have a drunk driver or whoever just out there being reckless. And the next thing you know, you have those two people gone out of your life from somebody being reckless on the same day at the same time. So we really have to learn how to be we really have to be mentally strong out here, y'all. We really have to be mentally strong. Be mentally strong. Believe in a higher power. Have somebody to, somebody to pray to, something to believe in and have faith in, and just kind of feel like that at some point that things will be better. But right now, while we're living on this earth right now, y'all, and this is what this is what it is. It's just what it is, and it's what we have to deal with. And there's no escaping it. Like there's no escaping losing loved ones at all. Now, like I said, the thing losing loved ones on the same day and the same time and all of that, that can be make it even more, the situation even more devastating. But still, we still have to learn how to cope, and we still have to be mentally strong. And like I said, y'all have faith in all of that. That something better will come along at some point, because right now this is what we have, and we have to deal with this, y'all. It's sad and it's unfortunate, but there's no, you're not escaping death, not in this life. I don't care how many people, I don't care what you're doing to think that it is not going to come your way. It's inevitable. So it's going to happen. So we have to stay mentally strong out here, y'all. So just do that, y'all. Just think to yourself, only the strong survives. And when you think about that, you're not thinking about strong physically, you're thinking about strong mentally. You're going to need your mind to be strong. You're going to need your brain to be strong, because it's so much that we're dealing with out here, y'all, that it's just enough to make just the every average day strong person lose their mind, because it's just so much to deal with out here. And my apologies, y'all, because at the end of this, I mean, at the beginning of this video, I said that I wasn't going to make this a long video, which is not really long, but it's like, what, I think like 19, 20 minutes or something like that. But once I got into it, I just had a few things that I had to say that I didn't think that I was going to say in the beginning. So that's why the video is a little longer than what I originally anticipated. So, anywho, y'all, rest in peace to Mariah Carey's mom and to her sister. And my prayers are definitely with Mariah at this time, because just like I said, the thought of losing my mom and my sister on the same day, although like I said, she didn't have a relationship with her sister, and had a complicated relationship with her mother. But just like I said, y'all, at the end of the day, that's still that was still your mother, and that was still your sibling. So I know she's feeling. I know she's feeling a great deal of. I know she's feeling a great deal of hurt. So I just send my prayers to her, Mariah. We are definitely praying for you, girl, because that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. So we are definitely praying for you. So anywho, y'all, thank y'all for watching my video. I'm out.